you've been around the block with design experiments for some time, you may be familiar with a tool called Plackett Burman designs. These are designs that are in pretty much every leading software for design experiments that I've seen. Um, so when should we use these tools? And a kind of a common theme that I tend to see around people is the answer is never. There's never the right time to use them. They make a lot of assumptions, blah, 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 and just never use them, just avoid them. Well, I always think there is a time and a place for things. And how do we figure out, never is pretty extreme, how do we figure out the best time to use them? We need to understand how they work. What are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and then how does that fit so that we know the right application for them. Basically how that they work is it's a really way to compress the number of tests that need to be run, but there's always assumptions when we're compressing or reducing number of tests. So what information is being lost? What's kind of the disadvantage of reducing those number of tests so extreme and so far? We're actually not just losing interactions, we're blurring interactions, a long string of interactions with the main effects. So if you see something in your analysis, you really don't have enough information to know if it's a main effect or a long string of interactions in most cases. So that sounds like a big constraint, and it is, and that's why a lot of people are led to this never opinion about when to use them. But I think there is a place for those tools to be used. And that place would be when you're expecting to find nothing in your test. Well, why would you ever want to find nothing in a test? This really isn't for development, where we're trying to learn and understand main effects of interactions. The Plackett Burman designs really fit when you think you have a sweet spot and you have some tolerance range, and you think you should be stable and robust over that range. If you do a Plackett Burman design and your analysis finds nothing, there's no drivers, there's no variability within your design space, that's good. You've just validated or confirmed that you have a stable, robust process within this given window. So you've done your other DOE test to lead you to that point, and now you've done a kind of a simultaneous testing to make sure that everything, materials, process settings, and so on, is stable, or in other words, that we're actually going to find nothing in our analysis. Finding nothing can be positive because it says that our output is stable, and as long as that range of output is in a desirable range, we're in good shape. If you're needing to decide which tools to use for a given test coming up, call us at Prairie Solutions. We can help you not just with the Plackett Burmans, but the whole range of design experiments or non-design experiments techniques to get you the information you need, the learning you need to advance your product, your process as fast as we can.